at least 4 senior Democrats are publicly calling for President Biden to step aside as his campaign faces mounting pressure following that ABC News interview that was supposed to get him in better shape. Well, it didn't work.
No, it did not. Madeline Rivera is now in Washington with all the details for us. Maddie?
Hi, good morning, guys.
Morning.
At least one House Democrat isn't mincing words about the chaos they'll likely face today. Check out this quote from Axios. The blank is going to hit the fan on Monday when Congress returns. A House Democrat told the outlet people are scared about their own races, but they're also worried about the country and about democracy. At least 5 House Democrats have gone public with their calls for the president to step aside, but there is a lot more frustration churning behind closed doors. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries had a virtual meeting with ranking House Committee Dems on Sunday. Several of them voiced concerns about the president's viability. Congressman Jerry Nadler, Adam Smith, Mark Takano, and Joe Morrell reportedly said the president should drop out. Many Democrats taking issue with some of the things the president said in his exclusive interview with ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos.
I did events in North Carolina. I did events in Georgia. Did events like this today. Large crowds, overwhelming response, no slipping. And so I just had a bad night. I don't know why.
The president's schedule is chock full of official and campaign events in the next 2 weeks. The next big item on his agenda is the NATO summit, which kicks off in D.C. tomorrow. He'll deliver speeches in Las Vegas next week as counter-programming to the Republican National Convention. And the Biden campaign adding more trips to battleground states this month to try and quiet the noise regarding the president's physical and mental stamina. Steve, Ainsley, and Guy.
So, Madeline, that Axios quote about how the S is going to hit the fan today is because Congress is coming back today, and all those members of Congress, they're worried about not only their party on the Democratic side, but they're worried about their own jobs.
They're worried about down-ballot races in the fall for sure, Steve. That's one of the big concerns among so many House Democrats. And I'm sure the hallways of Congress today will be filled with reporters hounding Democrats about what the president is planning to do next.
You can count on that. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Maddie. The media is acting like it is such a big surprise. They've been protecting him, covering up, sending notes. Axios also released this information of these big note cards that he carries with him with big pictures of podiums and hallways and says, walk toward the podium. And so they're trying exactly. They have been protecting him for so long, but they couldn't protect him at that debate. He had to have a debate against his opponent, Donald Trump, and he did. And we saw what the Republicans have been worried about. Here it is. Yeah.
Walk to podium, and there's the other side.
There it is.
That's the first part.
These large pictures.
Where do I go? I'll go over there.
But now they can't protect him from this. And so the media is changing their tune. You have so many lawmakers that are now saying that they think he should step down. Some advisors. You have David Axelrod, the former Obama advisor. He's predicting that Biden is heading for a landslide defeat.
Well, look, the pivot has been extraordinary. Right, all the way up until about 20 minutes into that debate a few weeks ago, it was everything's fine. These are right-wing smears.
20 minutes, 20 seconds.
Yeah, but I would say especially the big first
it's
malfunction.
Not getting any better.
Yeah.
Right.
Then the panic set in and the text messages started going everywhere. Up until that moment, it was just reassurances, gaslighting, cheap fakes, all of it. And we were the crazy ones. There was a Fox News story, is all made up. And then on a dime, it went to, oh, bleep, we have to do something about this. After 14 million people have voted for Joe Biden in a non-contested primary, all the warning signs were there for years. They insisted none of that was true or real. And now they are stuck in a very small time box with apparently a candidate who doesn't want to go anywhere.
He doesn't. But then again, if he is as challenged as it appears he is, he doesn't get the peril for his party. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.